Kate successfully buys the tea factory from Mrs. Lee and gets super excited about it. She's so thrilled that she can't sleep and wakes James up in the middle of the night, telling him that the tea factory will guarantee their success soon, and he can finally resign. James, thinking she's being delusional, just goes back to sleep. Meanwhile, Emma finally tells Kevin that she wants a clear definition of their relationship. Kevin once again gaslights her, saying that labels aren't important. Frustrated, Emma vents about how unstable her life feels, especially with her new boss, Daisy, who's constantly breathing down her neck at work. Upset, Emma stops her car in the parking lot far from Miss Hill and leaves Kevin, who's confused. Behind, at work, Daisy scolds Emma for being late. Since Daisy is new, she's trying to micromanage everyone, creating a tense atmosphere in the store. To Emma's surprise, Kevin shows up at Miss Hill and starts shopping, buying a lot of things, including an expensive necklace. In front of everyone, he gifts the stuffs to Emma and introduces himself as her boyfriend. Then, he asks Daisy to let him talk to Emma for 10 minutes. Kevin takes Emma to the nearby parking lot and tells her he's already paid for a parking spot there for a year, so she won't have to walk a long way to work anymore. Emma is touched by his gesture and feels happy. But right after, Kevin drops another bomb, telling her he doesn't believe in marriage and is against the idea of getting married. Emma feels torn, as her family pressures her to get married, and now she's back to square one with her relationship. Meanwhile, Pete tries to win Ginny over by cooking her favorite dishes. Ginny finds it ridiculous because, during their marriage, he never cooked, and now that they're divorced, he's trying to impress her with food. At work, Ginny is given a tough task, collecting overdue rent from a stubborn restaurant owner renting a kiosk in the building managed by her company. She meets the man, but he's struggling financially and asks for a rent reduction. Ginny tries to reason with him, but he's desperate and kicks both her and Jack out. Worried that the man might do something drastic, Ginny feels anxious when she gets home. Pete, understanding the situation, offers to help her by drafting a letter to reassure the man. Meanwhile, Kate interviews a potential childcare helper. She's pleased with the candidate's profile, but James and Henry are not. James guilt-trips Kate, accusing her of abandoning their child and insisting she should continue to take full responsibility for Henry's care. Kate feels this is sexist, as James faces no such pressure to care for Henry while being free to do as he pleases. They argue, and Henry, witnessing the fight, becomes scared his parents might split up. Kate feels guilty and heavy-hearted seeing her little son so worried. The next day, Ginny and Emma visit Kate during their lunch break to discuss Emma's situation with Kevin. While Ginny and Emma are feeling down, Kate bluntly points out that at least Kevin is being honest, and Emma still benefits from his financial support. Emma takes offense at Kate's comment and storms out. Ginny follows, and they both agree Kate has been acting a bit ruthless lately. After some reflection, Emma realizes Kate wasn't wrong and that she might have been defensive. Even though Kevin doesn't want to marry, Emma loves him too much to let go. Ginny, having been married and divorced, reassures Emma that marriage doesn't define love, and she should follow her heart. That night, Emma calls her mom and tells her she has a boyfriend. Her mom is happy and even talking about the marriage, but Emma sighs, knowing deep down that marriage isn't in Kevin's plans. Later that evening, Dave visits Ginny in Pete's house. His sly demeanor makes them nervous, suspecting that he might already know about their divorce. Dave asks Pete for some pocket money, and unlike usual, Pete sends the money immediately. Pete and Ginny then realize they'll need to be careful around him because if he tells Pete's mother, Ginny's parents will surely find out soon after. James apologizes to Kate for hurting her, and when Anna texts him again, he responds by asking her to stop bothering him. Meanwhile, thanks to Pete's letter, the situation with the kiosk owner seems to be improving. Much to Ginny's relief, Jack is becoming more obvious about his feelings for Ginny, showing extra care, which makes her feel awkward. Kate and James take her dad to visit her mother's grave on Kate's birthday. She recalls how her mother was kind and deeply loved by her father. Sadly, her mother was diagnosed with cancer when Kate was a teen. In her final days, Kate's mom asked to stop treatment and return home, passing away just before Kate's 14th birthday. Back then, Kate resented her dad for it, but now, as a mother, she understands their choice. James comforts Kate and takes her to the birthday party he planned for her. Emma and Kevin shop for a gift for Kate, and Kevin asks to join Emma at the party. Though Emma tries to play it cool, she's happy to introduce Kevin to her friends officially. Ginny also meets Jack for work and asks him for a lift to Kate's party. At the event, James talks with Kevin about their relationships and recalls how he and Kate met during the Olympics. Kate was a volunteer, and James was a fireworks programmer. They bumped into each other, and for James, it was love at first sight, leading him to ask her out. Kevin praises James for being lucky to have a wife like Kate. In response, James says Emma is also a great woman, hinting that Kevin should wife her up quickly. Meanwhile, Jack and Ginny arrive at the location, but Jack wants to attend too, so he uses Ginny's phone to call Kate, who invites him in. Later, James and Henry perform a sweet piano piece for Kate, which touches her deeply. She reflects on how she's spent the past 10 years focusing on her family and put her career aside. After the performance, James gives a heartfelt speech about his love for Kate and how grateful he is for her. The fireworks show he planned for her also starts. He then proposes to her again, with a big diamond ring. The beautiful moment moves everyone at the party. During dinner, Emma asks Jack about his intentions toward Ginny, warning him not to mess with her emotions. Jack assures Emma that he's serious about Ginny. James and Kate watch the firework together and she shares that her only wish is for their family's happiness. James holds Kate close, but then a message from Anna pops up on his phone. The day of the firework festival arrives, the family heads to Beijing, where James is overseeing the setup for the fireworks show, and Kate and Henry are there to enjoy the trip. While Kate takes Henry out for a day of fun, Anna approaches James again at work. Anna is pleased by his small acts of care, like not letting her carry heavy items and dusting off her seat, which makes her feel special.